You see, there's a big price tag on my head. The mafia. Well, you see, the mafia and everyone was actually keeping the books on the gambling and everything else and other stuff because gambling was actually legal and stuff like that. Um, and so they were, alcohol was legal and everything else like that, and they're actually keeping their records and their books for me because technically, Al Capone and all that other stuff, and everything else like that. Like I'm connected to Al Capone and everything else like that. Like a lot of all these people were just doing jobs for me or just doing things for me. That's why they say everyone works for Lucifer Star or Lucifer. Usually they would just say everyone works for Lucifer because you do. I created your life form type. I created your hair, everything about you. You know, I go all the way back to Rome. And even the Sicilians or even the mafia would say he goes all the way back to Rome. It's like, yeah, the Roman Empire, the Roman civilization. Basically, I designed that. There was the 10 people and the gypsies. They kind of did their own system. They decided to do it their way, within their family or whatever. And they had a 300-year or 400-year epic civilization that was pretty amazing. And they did lots of stuff too. And they also paid me homage or whatever, and did some stone work for me. Basically, I think what I did was I invented some things for them, or invented some things, or whatever, or something like that, and and allowed them to basically have extra time and extra food and extra this and extra that. So they straightened things. They did something, and basically, so there's a lot of stonemasons, a lot of people, So they started doing a bunch of stonework, to pay homage to me, basically, as basically a great inventor or a great what's it called. This was like thousands or 10,000 years ago or something like that. Basically, the gypsies or the Middle East, basically, um, back in the old days, thousands or hundreds of thousands of years ago, basically, I invented something for them, some sort of system or something for them, and so they had extra time for food and everything else, and they had a huge population. There was a huge population explosion or something like that. So they had a lot of extra people. So they started paying me homage or something like that, and started worshiping me or something like that. I don't really know. It was thousands of years ago. So so anyway, and then after that, I invented more and more and more and more stuff for them, and and stuff like that. And eventually, like I say, I mean, so that was thousands of years ago, back in the sand days or whatever, back with ancient Egypt or whatever. That was me. So that they were praying to and paying homage to as the great creator or whatever, or something like that, great inventor or something, because I am. So anyway, and then I invent more and more and more and more and more and more stuff, and so, like I said, I remember them. They were building all kinds of sculptures and stuff like that for me and stuff like that. And then that was, I believe, the Egyptian or the Ten Empire. Maybe I helped them mine tin or something like that. I forget exactly what the deal was, basically. And they created this great big huge empire, were very popular and very rich, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, so as you bump along through thousands of years, basically, there's one person, one entity, one name, Lucifer. Like I said, I wasn't just the creator of humanity. I was the creator of exoskeletons, endoskeletons, and also led to the creation of the dinosaurs. So, and also 400, 120 or 400 planets, and also the LSF-A colony ship. So, anyway, and then we go along through the years, and we finally get to the mafia or the Sicilians, basically, and basically they were doing organized crime, and I think it was JFK or someone that was having them kill people or something like that for him or something like that. And they may not have known about the Black Plague, and basically how the black people had decided that they can't trust a white bank, they can't trust a white god or a white leader or anything like that, and the black people had decided to just, you know, but they were supporting JFK, or I remember the black people with JFK basically, and they were supporting JFK as basically their creator or leader, and then there was JFK, Nixon, and basically Jimmy Carter, and and so there was that little group, and they were like the main people against me or something like that, and but I'm Epic Creator, and they were trying to confuse it, trying to say that they were creator or they were something, blah blah blah, and then there's all the churches in Vatican. Everything gets all confusing, complicated. But the tinsmiths and basically the gypsies and all these other civilizations through thousands of years had known me as basically Lucifer Star or Star, the creator, and and I had been helping them. I had been inventing for them and also having my other life forms help them as well, because the human race is one of my life form types. You're with friends, you're with others. Like I would tell other people, there are other life forms in the universe. Many call them, about 700,000 different types of life and plants and other things throughout the universe. So, I'm Lucifer Star, the creator of stars and planets. The sun. Your planet Earth. About 120 or 400 other planets. So, anyway, so JFK and Nixon very much wanted me dead. And so did Papa, the Black King or Black whatever. So the black leaders, like I said, they were, anyway, whatever. Ask the Irishmen about that, basically, about the Black Plague or black people, basically. So we go along through the different years, basically, blah, 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 blah. And then, so basically, Nixon or JFK was trying to get the mafia to kill me or to find me and end me, basically. But then, like I say, I talked to the mafia and I convinced them and I talked to them. And some mafia people would be like, he's very persuasive, or maybe it was the Germans that were saying, he's very persuasive, because like I tell them basically, I'm the creator and all you have to do is be, I used to be very persuasive actually. I'd be like, well, if we just go this way with me, you can be a part of something special, something real, something epic, because I'm, and you're not alone. There's exoskeletons, 1.5s, and all these other life forms that will help you. So anyway, it makes it easier. So, and plus you might have have end capability of basically what is the human race. Like with me, because the human race knows me as the creator and knew me as creator, and so many other civilizations have known me, and so many other planets know me, through me you can have, there's more. So, because I'm the ancient and old 100 trillion year old Lucifer Star, builder of the giant space clock that is 2 galaxies that orbit each other, or something. Anyway, though, it was 1960 when they first grabbed me, and they were trying to kill me, but somebody else or something else wouldn't let them, basically. Because, like I say, I mean, though I might die today, my plaques and my that you throughout the universe there are my records of me and basically information about me is basically on many other planets throughout the universe, telling of me, telling of the LSF-A or colony ships or something like that. It's on other planets. I raised up other life form types throughout the universe. So anyway, so like I say, Nixon, JFK, the president, the White House, like I said, it's Lucifer White Star's house, Lucifer White Star's DC building. So this was known about a long time ago, and is known about. So very much against what is basically the Congress and the Democrats. They don't want me to be known about. They want to kill me because they want their truth or their reality. JFK was nothing more than someone who came up on gambling, and fake gambling at that, or something like that. He had these scams. NASA is just a guy who owned a gym and was taking steroids from basically JFK. JFK was giving NASA or these boxers basically steroids so they could be buff. So anyway, from Harvard, there was a German research or what's called we were seeing about making people better by giving them a low dose of steroids at Harvard or Yale or one of these places, but we were also doing it in Russia and these other places. Seeing if we can get the human body muscle mass up just a little bit, to make the human form, the male form, a little bit, buffer. Nothing outrageous though, not like huge muscles or anything like that, but just like a little bit of steroids, acceptable dose, as they say. So anyway, I was having this done. We were doing this, and then anyway, so basically JFK kidnaps the German doctor, and basically starts shooting people full of steroids up to a dangerous level.